This is WVVA News, here for you, live in HD. WVVA Early News Today starts now.
Students, parents, and alumni alike gather in support of Aaron Lowe, who was released from his position as Richlands girls varsity basketball coach. We have details this morning. Also, Moderna and Pfizer are releasing doses of a new COVID-19 booster that fights the original and two newer variants. We have details on that as well. With that, folks, we do say top of the morning, top of the hour. Thank you so much for choosing us on this August 9th, 2022. I am Joshua Bolden, and let's get right to meteorologist Colin Rogers standing by in the Weather Center this morning. And Colin, what are you tracking today, my friend? Good morning.
Hey, good morning, Joshua. And today, pretty similar conditions to yesterday. We're just going to see a little bit more action in terms of some showers and thunderstorms, especially during the afternoon and the evening hours. But right now, we're starting off mild across the region in the 60s, pretty similar to how we've been the past few mornings. Bluefield at 67, Beckley sitting at 69, Lewisburg right now at 65. Most of us have stayed dry this morning. We do have a few very stray showers across the region. One just moved through Tazewell County. They're kind of fizzling out, popping up throughout the morning hours. Most of us will stay dry throughout the rest of the morning hours, though. We could see another stray shower later on this afternoon and this evening. That's when we'll see a better chance for some scattered showers and some thunderstorms making their way into our region as temperatures climb up into the 80s for most. It's going to be a muggy one again today. That's going to make it feel like the upper 80s, even the low 90s for some spots later this afternoon and this evening. Overnight tonight, we'll hold on to the chance for a few more scattered showers and some thunderstorms. Temperatures staying mild in the 60s. We'll grow even more unsettled throughout the day tomorrow, but some changes are on the way after that. I'll break down that full forecast for you coming up in just a bit. But right now, let's pass things back over to you.
See you again in 16 minutes, my friend. But we do begin with this traffic update for you as of this morning. In Greenbrier County, West Virginia, a section of the eastbound lanes of I-64 are still closed due to a vehicle fire from yesterday evening. The fire had broken out around mile marker 159. That's near the Alta exit. Greenbrier County Dispatch tells us that the Department of Highways is still on scene. Again, that's the eastbound lane of I-64 around mile marker 159, which is closed due to a vehicle fire. Greenbrier County Dispatch confirmed this situation along with multiple emergency crews responding. No word on any injuries as of yet. Well, now we're going to head to the Old Dominion because a basketball coach who's beloved by parents and students alike is without a job as of yesterday. Aaron Lowe, the now former Richlands girls varsity basketball head coach, has been relieved of his duties. The decision comes from the Tazewell County School Board in Monday's monthly board meeting. Community members, along with current and former players, speaking out in an attempt to see the decision overturned. Current team members spoke on how much their now former coach means to them. And for at least one former player, she says Lowe is a reason that she continues to play the game.
I do not agree with it. Coach Lowe means everything to this community and everything to these girls. He has supported me through everything. He is a big part of the reason why I continue to play basketball. He's a big part of the reason why I also signed to play basketball. And I'm excited for my future that he has supported me to accomplish.
And WVVA News, as well as WVVA Sports' Josh Woodman, will stay on top of this story. As we learn more developments, we will bring them to you. In the meantime, we're going to turn to the nation's capital because after a marathon session of voting in Washington, D.C., the Senate passed sweeping climate, health, and tax reforms over the weekend. WVVA's Annie Moore reports that Senator Joe Manchin played a huge role in this compromise and referred to it's referred as the Inflation Reduction Act. She has more on how the measure will help provide long-term relief for coal miners battling black lung disease.
As a child, Sam Petzonk followed around his father, a doctor who treated miners for black lung. Decades later, he says miners are still fighting the same coal dust.
We've got 30, 32-year-old miners who are losing a quarter of their lung to black lung disease because of grossly illegal dusty mining conditions in West Virginia now.
As an attorney, Petzonk works to get miners their black lung benefits. Up until Sunday, he says the federal fund designed to help these miners was in jeopardy. Lawmakers had allowed an excise tax designed to support the fund expire last January. but it was included in Sunday's Senate-passed bill.
This change ensures enough money to pay all medical benefits for all minors forever.
Funding for the program was one of several parts of the legislation designed to lure Senator Manchin's vote.
What would you say to some people who criticize the amount of power and influence that they have?
Well, look, in a 50-50 Senate, anyone can have some influence, and each of them had ideas.
While Republicans and Democrats in Congress remain split over many of the tax, health, and climate provisions, Petsonk is calling the measure a win for minors with black lung.
It's the first time in my lifetime that America has adopted a comprehensive industrial policy investing in American power and American people.
Here for you in Oak Hill, I'm Annie Moore, WVVA News.
Political reporter Annie Moore, thank you so much. The measure was passed Sunday through a fast-track process, which is known as reconciliation. It still has to go back to the U.S. House of Representatives, where the measure is expected to pass. On the medical front this morning, Moderna and Pfizer have agreed to release 171 million doses of a brand new COVID booster. The new vaccine is known as bivalent booster. It targets both the original COVID strain and the two Omicron antigens, making it even more effective in the fight against the virus. Although the new booster will not be available until the fall, medical experts are already urging folks like you at home to start thinking about your next dose.
This new booster that targets variants would be much more efficient preventing COVID than the original vaccine. We need this booster if we want to control this epidemic.
Federal health officials are still determining who is eligible for this booster. The shots are expected to come from the CDC and the FDA. And exciting upcoming events. There is a national competition for mine rescue teams that will be staged in Kentucky this week as teams prepare to converge on Kentucky. The Virginia Mining Institute in Blacksburg is recognizing its 2022 competitors. Here's WVVA's Olivia Colon.
As the stage is set for a clash of the coal mine rescue squads, competition is in the backseat and teamwork rides shotgun. The upcoming mine rescue tournament aims to prepare rescue workers for the real deal.
It kind of brings to light some of the things that could happen in a mine.
8 teams from across Appalachia are placed in real-life scenarios.
It shows you what some of the potential hazards are, and it causes the team to work together. You get 5, 6, 7 guys that talk about how you would handle this situation, how you would handle that. You become comfortable with each other.
While preparation is essential in the competition, the foundation for success is built on trust and teamwork.
This is a chance to have that camaraderie, because if something did happen, chances are all these teams are going to show up together and they'll have to work together. So it's also a great time to get to know the other people you may have to respond to emergency to.
It's more than a friendly competition. Teams are required to compete at least twice a year to maintain their federal certification. From first aid to firefighting and more, these competitions sharpen the skills and teamwork necessary for successful missions when a real-life mine rescue is required. Here for you in Blacksburg, Olivia Colon, WVVA News.
Olivia, thank you so much. Virginia Energy is just one of the many teams that will be squaring off in the National Mine Rescue Championships underway in Lexington, Kentucky. Hey, folks, you want to keep it locked. Showers and storms are possible once again today, but the question is, how long will this unsettled pattern last? There's only one man who can answer that. That's meteorologist Colin Rogers, and he's on the other side after sports and medical news.